and gave so much in charity that by the end of his life, he had financed countless causes for the sake of Allah. He understood that money is just a tool, a means to do good, not something to worship or hoard. This is the balance we must all aim for. Work hard, yes. Provide for your family, yes. But don't make money your master. Let it remain your servant. Use it for good. Spend it wisely. And never let it come between you and your obligations to Allah, or between you and the people you love. In the end, it is not about how much you leave in your bank account. It is about how much you leave in the hearts of people and how much you have sent forward to the hereafter through your good deeds. So when you find yourself restless, constantly thinking you need more and more, pause and remind yourself, your rizq was already written long before you were born. You will not leave this world even a moment before or after you receive what was destined for you. Work, but do not destroy yourself in the process. Earn, but not at the expense of your faith. Plan, but do not forget that Allah's plan is always greater. And above all, remember, money may fill your hands, but only Allah can fill your heart. Another beautiful truth we often forget, my beloved brothers and sisters, is this. When you stop chasing money the wrong way, Allah sends it to you in the right way. When you stop running after this world as if it's your only goal, and you start prioritizing what really matters, your prayers, your family, your honesty, your peace, Allah opens doors you never even knew existed. You see, sometimes the more you chase something, the more it runs away from you. Like someone trying to catch the wind, the harder you run, the more it slips through your fingers. But when you slow down, when you stand firm, when you put your trust in Allah and focus on what He has commanded you to do, you suddenly find the very thing you were chasing coming towards you on its own. Allah promises us in the Quran, and whoever fears Allah and keeps his duty to Him, He will make a way out for him and will provide for him from where he does not expect. Surah At-Talaq 65, 2-3. Notice the words, from where he does not expect. This means Allah can send you provision from the most unlikely places. You don't always need to see how it will happen, you just need to believe it will. But there's a condition. You have to fear Him, stay away from what He has forbidden, and trust His plan. Many people come and tell me, I was struggling so much, I was working long hours but could barely survive. Then I decided to leave what I knew was haram. I left that interest-based job. I stopped cheating in business. I started praying on time, and within months Allah gave me something better. This is no coincidence. This is the result of putting your faith in action. When you let go of what displeases Allah, even if it feels risky, even if it feels like you might lose everything, He replaces it with something better, something pure, something blessed. But when you chase money at any cost, ignoring Allah's limits, you may get what you're after, but you'll find no blessing in it. You might earn thousands but lose your sleep. You might earn millions but lose your peace. You might gain the whole world and lose your soul. Instead, trust that Allah is the provider, Ar-Razzaq. You are just the worker, He is the owner. You are just the seeker, He is the one who gives. And He gives in His own time, in His own way, and in the perfect amount. This doesn't mean you stop working hard or you sit at home doing nothing. No. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, if you were to rely upon Allah with the reliance He is due, you would be given provision like the birds. They go out hungry in the morning and return full in the evening. Did you notice something? The birds go out. They don't stay in their nests waiting for food, but they go out trusting that Allah will provide for them. So work hard, but do it with dignity, honesty, and trust in Allah. Stop panicking. Stop feeling desperate. Stop chasing wealth like it's the only thing that matters. Instead, focus on becoming the kind of person Allah loves. Someone who prays, someone who is kind, someone who earns halal, someone who helps others, someone who is content. And watch how the doors of rizq open for you. Sometimes what you want is delayed because Allah knows the timing isn't right. Sometimes it comes from where you never imagined because He wants you to realize it wasn't your effort, it was His mercy all along. So, Let go of the unhealthy chase. Do your part and then leave it to Allah. And you'll see the money, the opportunities, the sustenance you thought you had to run after will come to you in ways you never planned. It's not about how fast you run after this world. It's about how steadfast you stand for your faith, and Allah takes care of the rest. When you stop chasing money, you allow yourself to see life more clearly. You begin to notice how Allah has been taking care of you all along, even when you didn't realize it. Think about your own life. How many times have you been in a difficult situation, worried about how you would make it through, only to see an unexpected opportunity appear? How many times did you lose something and feel devastated, only to discover later that it was replaced with something even better? This is how Allah works. He is constantly providing for us, testing us, and teaching us to trust Him. The problem is that we are often so busy running after our own plans that we fail to notice His plan unfolding before us. And sometimes when Allah sees that you are too focused on chasing wealth and forgetting Him, He withholds what you are chasing, not as a punishment, but as a mercy. He wants you to pause, reflect, and turn back to Him. He wants you to realize that no amount of money will ever fill the void in your heart if you are disconnected from Him. There's a profound wisdom in slowing down your chase. When you stop being desperate for money, you stop making desperate decisions, you stop lowering your standards just to make a little more. You stop saying yes to haram contracts or unfair deals. You stop sacrificing your dignity, your prayer times, and your family. And in doing so, you actually create space in your life for Allah's blessings to come to you. Barakah is not something you can buy, nor is it something you can force. Barakah is a gift from Allah, and it only comes when you live in a way that pleases Him. When you earn halal, when you pray on time, when you give charity, even if you feel you have little, when you stay honest, even when it's hard, that's when Allah puts barakah in your wealth, your time, and your life. It is amazing how much further a small amount of wealth with barakah can go compared to a huge amount without it. You see people earning little yet living happy, peaceful lives. And then you see others who seem to have everything yet still feel restless and empty. You must also remember that Allah tests everyone differently. For some people, wealth is a test of gratitude. For others, lack of wealth is a test of patience. And for all of us, the way we earn, spend, and view money is a test of our character and faith. If Allah has written more for you, He will bring it to you at the right time. Your job is not to worry about when or how it comes. Your job is to work within His limits, trust His plan, and focus on what truly matters. And what truly matters is not just how much you earn, but who you become in the process. Do you become arrogant or humble? Do you forget Allah or become more grateful? Do you use what you earn to help others or only to show off? Do you allow your wealth to bring your family closer or to tear them apart? When you stop chasing wealth in an unhealthy way, you begin to focus on these deeper questions. You realize that money is not a goal, it is just a means. And if you use it properly, it can bring you closer to Allah. We also need to stop measuring our worth by our wealth. Too many people feel inferior just because they don't have as much as others. They feel ashamed because their house is smaller, their car is older, or their clothes are simpler. But remember, on the day of judgment, Allah will not ask you how much you earned. He will ask you how you earned it and how you spent it. So do not worry if others seem to have more. Do not feel pressured to keep up with anyone. What is written for them is theirs. What is written for you is yours. You will not get less because someone else got more. And when you let go of that constant comparison and that endless chase, you feel a peace you cannot explain. You begin to see Allah's blessings everywhere, in your health, in your family, in your faith, in your ability to sleep peacefully at night. And it is in that moment when your heart becomes content and you trust Allah completely that you often see wealth come to you in ways you never planned. Because Allah wants to show you it was never about how fast you ran, but about how much you trusted Him while you worked. One of the reasons many people never feel satisfied no matter how much they earn is because their mindset has been shaped by the world around them. Society constantly tells us more is better. If you don't have more than others, you failed. We're bombarded with advertisements convincing us that happiness lies in a bigger house, a faster car, a more luxurious lifestyle. But if you stop and think for a moment, you'll realize that none of these things ever bring lasting contentment. People who endlessly chase wealth quickly discover that the satisfaction of acquiring something new fades as soon as they see someone else with something better. It becomes an endless cycle of wanting, buying, envying, and feeling empty again. Allah created us with a natural desire for comfort and ease. That's normal. But He also taught us to keep that desire within limits so it doesn't overpower our hearts and lead us away from Him. When you stop chasing money as though it is the ultimate goal in life, and instead you start focusing on your purpose as a servant of Allah, you start noticing how much easier and more meaningful life becomes. You begin to make better decisions. You begin to work not just for money, but for integrity, for service, for family, for the pleasure of Allah. And when you do that, Allah puts barakah into everything you earn. This is why some people can live on very little, yet feel deeply satisfied and grateful, while others who have much more are always worried, always restless. When you let go of that desperation to earn at all costs, you also protect yourself from many harms. How many people have ruined their reputations, destroyed their families, even lost their freedom because they were willing to earn wealth in haram ways? Some have resorted to cheating others, lying on contracts, selling what Allah has forbidden, engaging in bribery or corruption, all because they felt they couldn't afford to miss an opportunity. But in chasing money that way, they lost something far more valuable: their peace of mind, their dignity, and in some cases, their connection with Allah. So it's not just about letting go of the chase, it's also about trusting that Allah's rules are there to protect you, not to restrict you. When you stay within the halal and avoid what is forbidden, you may feel at first like you're losing out. You may see others racing ahead of you. But be patient, because sooner or later, Allah's barakah catches up to you and you find yourself in a place of peace they may never reach. This is what many people don't understand. Barakah cannot be measured in numbers. You could earn a small amount, but it lasts, it benefits, and it brings happiness. Or you could earn a fortune, but it slips through your fingers and you never enjoy it. And barakah comes when you work with sincerity, honesty, and trust in Allah, not when you compromise your faith just to get ahead. So keep reminding yourself, it's not your cleverness, your long hours, or your hustle that ultimately bring you wealth. These are just the means. The real provider is Allah. And when you remember Him and you prioritize Him over everything else, He provides for you in ways you never imagined. Allah tests everyone differently, but He never leaves His servant empty-handed. Even when it feels like your efforts are not paying off right away, do not lose hope. What is meant for you is on its way. Sometimes Allah delays your provision to teach you patience, or to protect you from arrogance, or because He is saving something better for you. And sometimes Allah takes something away because He wants to give you something far greater in return, not just in this world, but in the next. So stop measuring yourself by other people's wealth. Stop thinking that chasing money harder and harder is the solution. Instead, work steadily, honestly, and within what Allah has allowed. Take care of your prayers. Take care of your family. Take care of your health. Take care of your soul. And you will see how Allah takes care of you. When you stop chasing money blindly, you start to notice the many ways in which Allah is already sending it to you through opportunities you didn't plan, through people you never expected, through blessings you didn't even think about. It's not about how much you make, it's about how you live, how you earn it, how you spend it, and how you remain content. So, let go of the unhealthy race. Keep walking on the straight path. Do your part. And trust that Allah never forgets His servants. The wealth that is meant for you will find you, and it will arrive at exactly the right time. When you stop chasing money, you also gain clarity about what wealth is actually for. Too often people forget that money is not meant to be hoarded, nor is it meant to become a symbol of pride. Money is meant to be a means, a tool you use to fulfill your needs, take care of your responsibilities, and do good in the world. The moment money becomes your master, it enslaves you. You work long hours, you sacrifice your health, you lose sleep, and you start neglecting your obligations to your Creator and to your loved ones. You feel like you're free because you're earning, but in reality, you've become